森林里最近多了一面幕墙，是猫头鹰爷爷提议设立的。墙上贴满了大大小小的便条纸，每张纸都可以写下一句话，送给谁，写给自己，或者只留给风知道。这面墙不需要签名，也没有对错。爷爷说，有时候不说出口的话也值得被看见。小鹿每天经过那面墙，总会多看几眼。他没有马上留下什么，但他知道心里有一些话一直找不到出口。他不是不喜欢森林里的大家，只是有时候太热闹的时候他会退后，太快的节奏他会不小心掉队。某天黄昏，他终于写下一句话，贴在墙角最不显眼的地方：也许我太不一样，才会总是跟不上大家。那张纸被风吹得微微卷起边角，但仍安静地贴住。隔天，小狐狸经过墙边，聊到那句话，停下脚步。他没有说话，也没有立刻走开，他盯着那张纸好一会儿，然后回到自己的小屋。第二天，一张画贴在了墙上，刚好贴在那句话旁边。画面是一片叶子落在水面上，左边是静静站着的小鹿，右边是一只狐狸，正在拉一条细细的绳子，把那片叶子轻轻送回他面前。画的下方写着一句话：也许刚刚好是你在那，而我刚好看见你走过墙边，望着那两张纸静静并列。森林里没有人说出谁是作者，但他知道这是狐狸的语气。也许他没有说出来，但他看见了。那天傍晚，小鹿再次来到留言墙，发现自己的那张便条纸还在，只是多了一个小图画。他盯着画，眼眶有一点红，却也微微笑了。他回去后也写了一张新的留言，贴在同一区块：谢谢你回应我，虽然不知道你是谁，但我觉得好像不再那么孤单了。隔天又多了一张画，这次是两棵长得不一样的树，枝叶交错，却各自开出不同形状的花。画下写着：我们不必长一样，但可以一起长在这片森林里。小鹿看了很久很久，心里像是有什么地方被轻轻地打开了。他也画了一张图，画着一只脚步很轻的小动物走在大虎身后，却留下了一条独特的足迹线，并在下方写着：我会继续走，就算节奏不同，谢谢你让我留下来。几天后，小狐狸再贴上一张画，一只狐狸躲在帐篷里，窗外是月亮，帐篷里却亮着一盏小灯。他没写画，但画面上的孤单与安静，小鹿一眼就懂。那晚，他偷偷在那张画下方留了一行字：如果你也是那只狐狸，我想对你说，谢谢你还在墙上。终于，在一次森林市集前的清晨，小鹿与小狐狸在树下碰面了。你最近画了什么吗？狐狸问，语气比平常慢了一点。有一幅还没画完，但我最近有多用几种颜色了。小鹿轻声回答。两人对望了一下，都笑了。我画画太夸张了，有时候会吓到别人吧？狐狸咬了咬嘴唇。不会啊，我只是还不太习惯。但我喜欢你用很多红色，很有力。小鹿说完，又低下头。那下次要不要一起画？不用画一样的东西，只是一起画。小鹿点点头。那天起，他们偶尔会在树下一起画画，各自用自己的风格，但会互相看看对方画什么。有一次，狐狸画了一棵会唱歌的树，小鹿在旁边画了一只躲在叶子后面的鸟。原来你也喜欢画动物，狐狸笑着说。我只是喜欢静静的把想说的画出来。小鹿回答。几周后，墙上的便条纸换了好几轮，但那几张贴在角落的画和字仍然在那里。迷你每次经过都会看一眼，然后在笔记本上写下。有些人不说，但正在靠近；有些合作不需要一样，但可以一起。森林没有强求谁去合作，只是让每个声音被看见，而这就是最温柔的靠近。
Lately, a new wooden wall had appeared in the forest, a suggestion from Grandpa Owl. Pinned across the wall were notes of all shapes and sizes. Each one held a single line, a message for someone, for oneself, or maybe just for the wind to know. No names are needed on this wall. There are no right or wrong words, Grandpa Owl had said. Sometimes, even the things we don't say out loud deserve to be seen. Every day, Little Deer passed by the wall. She would always glance at it, a little longer each time. She hadn't posted anything yet, but deep down, she knew there were words in her heart still waiting for a way out. It wasn't that she disliked anyone in the forest, but when things got too lively, she would quietly step back. And when the pace sped up, she often fell behind. One evening at dusk, she finally wrote a message and tucked it into the least noticeable corner of the wall. Maybe I'm just too different, and that's why I keep falling out of step. The wind curled the edges of the note ever so slightly, but it stayed there quiet and still. The next day, Little Red Fox passed by the wall. She glanced at that note and stopped walking. She didn't say anything. She didn't walk away either. She stood there for a long while, reading silently. Then she returned to her little den. The following morning, a drawing appeared on the wall, placed right beside the note. In the drawing, a single leaf drifting on a pond. On the left stood Little Deer, quiet and still. On the right, a fox gently tugged on a fine thread, slowly pulling the leaf back toward her. Beneath the image were the words, "Maybe it was just right you were there, and I happened to see you." Mimi passed by the wall, looking at the two notes quietly displayed side by side. No one said who had drawn them, but he could tell. It sounded just like the fox's voice. Maybe she hadn't said anything aloud, but she had seen it. That evening, Little Deer returned to the wall. Her note was still there, but now there was a small drawing beside it. She stared at the picture, eyes a little red but with a soft smile on her face. Later that night, she wrote a new message and posted it in the same corner. "Thank you for replying. I don't know who you are, but somehow, I don't feel as alone anymore." The next day, another drawing appeared. This time, two trees different in shape, but their branches entwined. Each one had flowers of a different kind. Beneath it were the words, "We don't have to grow the same way, but we can grow together in this forest." Little Deer stood there for a long, long time. It felt like something inside her had quietly opened. She drew a picture too, a small, light-footed animal walking behind the others, leaving a trail of its own uniquely shaped footprints. And beneath it she wrote, "I'll keep walking even if my rhythm is different. Thank you for letting me stay." A few days later, the fox added another drawing. A little fox tucked inside a tent. Outside, the moon hung quietly. Inside, a small lamp glowed warm. No words this time, but the feeling of quiet and loneliness Little Deer understood it at once. That night, she quietly scribbled a line beneath the picture. "If you are the little fox in this drawing, then thank you for still being here." Finally, on a quiet morning before the forest seasonal market, Little Deer and Little Fox ran into each other beneath the trees. "Have you drawn anything lately?" Fox asked. Her voice was slower than usual. "There's one I haven't finished yet, but I've been using more colors lately," Little Deer replied softly. They looked at each other and smiled. "I draw too loudly sometimes. I probably scare people off," Fox said, biting her lip. "Not at all. I'm just not used to it yet. But I really like how you use so much red. It feels strong," Deer replied, lowering her head again. "Then, maybe next time we could draw together? We don't have to draw the same thing. Just draw together." Little Deer nodded. From then on, they'd sometimes sit under the trees and draw each in their own style, occasionally glancing at what the other was creating. Once, Fox drew a tree that could sing. Beside her, Deer drew a little bird hiding behind the leaves. "So you like drawing animals too?" Fox said with a smile. I just like quietly drawing what I want to say, Deer answered. Weeks passed. The notes on the wall changed many times, but the few drawings and words tucked in the corner, they stayed right there. Every time Mimi passed by, he would glance at them, then jot something down in his notebook. Some speak little, but they are drawing closer. Some kinds of collaboration don't need to be the same, to be together. The forest never forced anyone to join in. It only made sure that every voice could be seen, and that was the gentlest kind of closeness.